for those on the move. And it seems that not all .coms have been affected by the slowdown. Strange as it may sound, a few websites are actually making profits. Namrata Tandon caught up with one such .com, IndiaMart, and found out what makes it tick.
Trading is a small export house that specializes in wooden furniture. In 1996, they set up a website to attract overseas buyers. It was a wasted investment because not one customer came to their site. In 1999, they were approached by IndiaMart.com with the promise of a redesigned website, a listing on IndiaMart's online directory, and guaranteed response from importers.
Well, the result was that we went from not having any traffic at all. Possibly, I think, about 20 emails a day coming, from no emails coming. Inquiries that we generated, we completed orders. We started doing business on the internet, which we never earlier thought possible.
IndiaMart.com is an online directory of Indian exporters and manufacturers. The site lists nearly 70,000 Indian firms under 450 categories. There are other Indian B2B directories on the net.
Internet as a medium, the first and foremost thing that comes to mind is going on to online directories or online search engines for searching any products.
This strategy allows IndiaMart.com to guarantee buyer queries every month. This, combined with the fact that listing on the site is free of cost, makes IndiaMart a very attractive option, even for those who are not actively seeking to promote their business on the internet. Once business from the net starts pouring in, clients are encouraged to develop online catalogs, their own web pages linked to the IndiaMart site. The prices are steep, but customers still come to them in the hope of being part of a highly visible B2B site.
There is nothing distinctive in the strategy that they're pursuing. Many other companies have tried to follow a strategy that's very similar to what IndiaMart has done. Where I think IndiaMart has done an extremely good job is that they have managed to match costs to revenues. Therefore, despite the fact that the revenues have not grown dramatically and are still at $1 million US dollar, $1 million level, their costs are actually much lower than that, and as a result, the company is turning a profit.
From 3 people in 1996, the company has grown to 170 people, spread over offices in 3 cities. Revenues in 1999 were 135 lakh rupees. In 2000, they rose to 287 lakh rupees, a rise of 112%. Profits during the same period doubled from 6 lakh to 14 lakh rupees, and the operating profit margin from 9.97% to 12.09%. It was the only .com which showed any profits in a NetSense Business World survey conducted in May this year. IndiaMart has recently launched B2B auctions on its site and is hoping this would be a major revenue earner 2 years from now.
I see this as a company that will continue to be a very interesting player within a certain niche. Today, I'm hard-pressed to visualize a scenario in which this would be, a $50 to $100 million company 5 years out. But I'd argue that with the cautious approach that the management of this company seems to have, they would probably be continuing to make profits, and they would continue to have made progress in acquiring more revenues and customers within the space in which they operate.
IndiaMart has combined sound business practices with an understanding of the new economy. It has grown slowly and steadily away from media hype and hopes to leverage on its solid net presence in the years to come. Namrata Tandon, CNBC India, New Delhi.